Revolution Brewing is a restaurant and brewery here in Logan Square. We just opened up in 2010. We did a full gut rehab to the building. We've got a 15-barrel brewery here. Behind me, we brew all our beers fresh on site, baking our own bread, making our own sausage. It's quite an establishment. Well, I guess first off, I met Aaron. You got to get to know someone as a person, especially when they're going to be the craftsman who's building something like this for you. I definitely think Aaron's building the best bars in the city of Chicago now. I was able to spec every detail, like the design of the bar rail here, the finish of the top. Obviously, we have a custom-built back bar. He worked very closely with us on that. Sure, the back bar is something special for us. I kind of came up with an interesting idea to use the human fist, which is our logo, and build it into the back bar. We thought about it a few different ways. Then we thought, oh, we have these columns here in the back bar. Is there any way we can turn the column into an actual fist? And Aaron pretty much took the idea and ran with it. He had a designer hired on to do the three-dimensional model of it. He got a special piece of equipment that's in his shop now. It's a CNC-controlled lathe that did the digital carving of the fist. We did a couple mock-ups of it to make sure it was something satisfactory. We worked on that same image to be our tap handles here for the brewery. So we got a lot of use out of all the time and effort that we put into it, but Aaron certainly went the extra mile for us in that back bar. We also incorporated some stained glass. I found some old vintage stained glass that I bought off Craigslist, and Aaron was able to incorporate a panel of that into the back bar. It adds like a nice touch of character. I think Aaron does know what's important for your bottom line as a bar owner. Like a bar is a place where you make money as a bar owner, and Aaron knows that, and he wants to build you a bar that will work for you as well as be an impressive piece of furniture. We had already designed the layout of the bar and the footprint of the bar die wall itself before we connected with Aaron. It's been a really big construction project. We've been working on this for a full year in advance. But even though Aaron came in at such a late enough time, I think we had a good layout for the bar. It was interesting. It's an island bar, and he was able to bring his touches, like the whole back bars we've talked about, this whole front bar area, lighting underneath the bar rail, items like that. The service bar, we worked with Aaron to redesign the layout of our bar equipment on the bar, so we both saved money and not buying things that we didn't need, and oriented towards our business, which is really heavy on the draft beer. It was a very open process. Unlike some of the other people we work with, Aaron didn't work on real strict deadlines. He probably needs to be a little more focused on things. We also had it was a long-term project. It took a long time for our bar, for us to be ready for Aaron to bring the bar in. So that's a tough issue for him because it's such a big piece of furniture. He's got it stored somewhere. But we were able to, even to the last minute as he's working on the finished work of the bar, if there's something I wanted to see that we were able to change at that point. We added some more shelving, for example, in the back bar area, trying to make use of every nook and cranny. Just like the making of the fist was such a unique thing for our project. It's our logo, and it was, what Aaron was able to do was just to bring it into form in a sense. And I had thought about it a lot. I'm not an artist and a modeler. It's always kind of hard to perfectly capture the human form, but just seeing it, like the samples work out on his machine. I took video of it. He was able to give me some videos that we put on our blog to talk about the process of making the bar, and it got our customers involved early on, even before we opened, and getting familiar with the new bar. So that was great. Obviously, we went and had a few beers and talked over things. Aaron not only enjoys making bars, but sitting at them as well. So I'm definitely happy with it. We're planning already to do an expansion upstairs, and we'll most definitely be working with Aaron to build our second floor bar. He's already in the design process now, helping us with some new ideas for that second floor bar. We want to do something a little bit different. I would definitely choose to work with him again on another project. I've already recommended him to many bar owners across town. And it's nice to work with someone who was real close by, as opposed to like a big national company. You can go visit his shop. He can come visit your place several times. There was no problem with him doing that. Get to know the guys who are doing it. They take great pride in their work, and as do we. We take great pride in our food and our beer that we're making here. So it's nice.